friends, our next topic is some of the few important documents which are related to the cargo work. Let's discuss few of these documents, and I'm not going to discuss all the documents. We'll be just discussing those documents which are important with respect to second materials. Okay, so the first and foremost is mate's receipt. Now mate's receipt, as we have discussed before in the previous slide also, mate's receipt is a receipt which comes on board before the ship arrives at the port of loading. Okay, it gives you a pre-advice of what to expect, what type of cargo is going to be loaded on board, and accordingly cargo plan, your storage plan is prepared accordingly as per the mate's receipt. Okay, the main function of the mate's receipt is what? It stands as a evidence of the regarding the condition of the cargo that is loaded on board. So during loading, what happens is the mate or the officer in charge of the cargo work checks the condition of the cargo, which has to be in accordance with the mate's receipt. As the quality of the cargo, the number of packages which are mentioned under the mate's receipt have to be in accordance to the cargo which is presented to you for loading. Okay, if there is any defects or if the cargo is not in line with the cargo which is mentioned under the mate's receipt, then you can either reject the cargo, or in case you are loading such type of a cargo, a remark has to be added that the cargo which we have received, okay, is in so and so condition, because the mate receipt has to reflect the actual condition of the cargo which is loaded. This is the primary purpose of the mate's receipt. It has to reflect the actual condition of the cargo which is loaded on board. Okay, so that is the main purpose of your mate's receipt. And because these remarks what you write down under the mate's receipt would be reflected in your bill of lading. So why is this remark part so important? Because what happens is your mate's receipt is given to you, okay, to the chief officer. The chief officer gives it back to the shipper in order to acknowledge it. The shipper acknowledges the mate's receipt, okay, and agrees to the condition of the cargo which is loaded on board. Hence, the remarks are so important that okay, the cargo which is loaded is in so and so condition. Once the loading is done, this mate's receipt is again exchanged further in exchange of bill of lading, and bill of lading has the remarks, will have these remarks which are mentioned in the mate's receipt. So these remarks will be reflected on the bill of lading. So why is these remarks important? Because now bill of lading, what happens? The bill of lading is a document, is a negotiable document in the international market. So for example, this is the shipper, okay, this is the ship owner, and this is the receiver or the consignee. So now this is the shipper. The shipper gives you the mate's receipt, okay. You will mention the remarks on the mate's receipt and give it back to the shipper in order to acknowledge it. The shipper will acknowledge it and give it back to the ship owner in for exchange of bill of lading. Now bill of lading, once you give the bill of lading, this bill of lading is traded in the international market. So the holder of bill of lading is what? It gives you, the holder of bill of lading is the owner of the cargo, right? So currently he is the owner of the cargo. He knows the condition of the cargo, okay. But once, because the person who is buying in the international market will just see the bill of lading, that according to the bill of lading, the cargo is in so and so condition, okay, fine, and he will buy the cargo. But when it comes to receiving part, okay, there the owner may change. So the person who is coming to receive the cargo will be dependent on the bill of lading for the condition of the cargo. If there are any defects, these defects, according to him or according to his bill of lading, it would be upon the ship owner if there are any defects, okay. So claims would arise. In order to avoid these claims, these remarks are important. The condition of the cargo that you are loading has to be mentioned clearly. So this is the mate's receipt stands as a evidence of the condition of the cargo that you are loading, okay. So this is about it. And it is the basic required document for pre-planning and loading. Remember that. It is signed by the chief mate of the ship. So these are few important points with respect to mate's receipt. So moving on to our next topic, which is bill of lading. Now look at the term bill of lading. What is it? It is a bill. Okay, it is a bill which is presented by the ship owner to the shipper for what? For the shipment of the cargo. Okay, he's doing what? He's shipping the cargo. For shipping the cargo, he's providing a bill that this is the amount you have to pay for shipping of such a cargo. Okay, so it is a bill which is provided by the ship owner to the shipper for the shipment of the cargo. This is what bill of lading is. Let's further look into what are the characteristics of bill of lading. Now, bill of lading, it is a document which is termed as it is the title to the cargo. The holder of the bill of lading is the owner of the cargo. Okay, this bill of lading is a negotiable document. It is traded in the international market. The holder of the bill of lading is the owner of the cargo. So what he can do is he can just sell the cargo in the international market. Okay, the cargo is traded in the international market. By just signing the bill of lading in the name of the other person, the cargo can be sold. So once suppose this is the shipper, okay, he is the owner of the cargo once he receives the bill of lading. Okay, now the bill of lading may change various hands before reaching the destination port. The owner of the cargo may also change. Okay, so this happens in the international market. So hence this is what the characteristics of bill of lading are. And remember that the remarks on your mate's receipt will reflect on the bill of lading because it is these remarks would help you in determining the condition of the cargo. Okay, so the remarks on the mate's receipt will reflect on the bill of lading. Further, we have what does this bill of lading include? So bill of lading includes the shipper's name, the address of the shipper, consignee's name and address, okay, then the port of loading, the port of discharge. The backside of your bill of lading will include the terms and conditions of the carriage. Okay. The further details what I included is the vessel's name, IMO number, and who will be signing the bill of lading? Bill of lading is signed by the master of the ship or the agent, ship's agent, on behalf of the ship owner. In actual means, the ship owner is supposed to sign this document. Okay, because he is the one who is providing the services. So on behalf of the ship owner, it is the master or the agent. They are the representatives of the ship owner. They sign the document on behalf of the ship owner. Hence, the document is signed by the master or the ship owner and is presented to the shipper. So this is about your bill of lading. And also there is one more important point. The bill of lading will also include the number of original copies and the xeroxes which are present. Okay. It would be mentioned under the bill of lading that these many copies of original and these many copies of xerox has been presented to the shipper. So this is all about bill of lading and how it is used in the international market. So moving on to our next topic, which is cargo manifest. So cargo manifest is another important document. Now this document is prepared once the loading is completed. Okay. Now look at the term cargo manifest, where the cargo has been manifested. Okay. So that means where you have stored the cargo, the quantity of cargo which is stored on board. So usually in general cargo or ro-ro ships we have multiple decks. Usually we have a weather deck, we have a main deck, we have lower deck. Okay, you have twin decks, etc. So where the cargo is stored, okay, which place, what cargo, type of cargo, quantity of the cargo, and the place of storage is mentioned in your cargo manifest. Now this document primarily it is prepared for customary purposes. Okay, for custom purposes. Okay, that we have so and so cargo, and you can what all customs have been paid or is to be paid is according to this cargo what we are carrying. So for custom purposes and custom documentation, this document is prepared. Then we have this document can also be used in case of tallying of the cargos. Okay, once you arrive the destination port, what all cargo has been discharged according to the bill of lading, you can tick off the cargoes which have been discharged, and you know that within this storage place these all cargoes were there, within this storage space these all cargoes are there, and according to the bill of lading, in accordance with the cargo manifest, you can check and tick off the cargoes which have been discharged. Then comes reporting. This document can also be used, or it is helpful in reporting purpose also. When you are approaching a port, usually they ask you to report what type of cargo you are carrying on board, how much cargo you are carrying on board. Okay, so in case of for reporting purpose also you can use this document. Then comes a separate cargo manifest is made for dangerous goods. This is an important point with respect to cargo manifest. For IMDG cargoes, a separate cargo manifest will be made because they are dangerous goods, and in case of any emergency, we need to know the exact location of these goods, where these goods are stored, okay, and how to go about it. So cargo manifest, a separate cargo manifest is prepared for IMDG cargoes. So this is all about cargo manifest and what all functions it has.